Today we're going to do the Tom Ford brand new foundation, the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. I do have it on my face right now. And you know what? I'm not going to give anything away. Let's just get into the review. This is likely to be a very short video, at least very short for me. We are doing the brand new Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This is the type of packaging that it comes in. It's a frosted plastic bottle. You basically twist it like this, pops up, and then you pump it. And then you just twist again to close. I actually do like this type of packaging. It keeps everything airtight. I got it in shade 2.0 Buff, and it has a 24-month, making sure, 24-month lifespan. And I got the Buff because that's what I have in the Shade and Illuminate foundations, the cushion and the bottle. In the stick foundation, I have 1.5 cream. So, but I figured I would try it. It is a little bit dark for me, but honestly, that is not the big problem with this foundation. Yeah, so I've worn it a couple of times and once all day, and I'll show you some pictures from above, and I'm gonna put it on for you today so you can see it. I'm not gonna do a whole full face of makeup or anything like that because I really just wanna focus on this for today. And again, I think it can be a pretty brief video because, well, you'll see why. Okay, so I bought this at Sephora last week, and it says that the skin type is for normal, dry, combination, or oily skin. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which of course hydrates and supports your skin's natural moisture barrier. It has an active blend of antioxidants, vitamin C and E, and caffeine. Treat your complexion to an all-day, ultra comfortable wear. And then soft focus microsphere powders diffuse and blur light, which is interesting. It does have alcohol, I believe, in here. It's a couple, I saw it before. Yes, it's the 5th item on the list. I have very dry skin, so I tend to stay away from products that have alcohol in them. It doesn't mean I don't use them, they don't become like my daily products because they do tend to dry out my skin. So let's go ahead and put this on and let's talk through this new foundation. So first of all, I'll bring you in a little bit closer. So first of all, I would say I was very excited when this came out. I'm gonna go ahead and do one pump. I'll shake it up a little bit. Because I, am a big fan of the Tom Ford brand. As you can see, it's pretty runny. And I have really liked his last two foundations. Well, I've liked the Shade and Illuminate foundations. How's that? The bottle, I actually did a comparison between it and the Estee Lauder. I like the Estee Lauder a little bit more, but the cushion version of it, I really enjoy. And it's turned into one of my favorite foundations. I was really hoping that this would be the same. As you can see by the shade, it's not quite right for me. I mean, the shade isn't terrible. When I blend it in, it looks fine. I'm gonna use a sponge because my skin's been very, very sensitive lately. But it's a little bit too yellow. Not a lot, but a little bit. I think the cream would have been better, but it's fine when I blend it in. So by using the sponge, it is taking up a lot of the product. When you use a sponge, one of the reasons that sponges work really well is actually it diffuses, you don't get brush strokes, it diffuses a lot of the product around your face, but also it takes off a lot of the product. So you're actually not getting as much coverage as if you used your fingers or a brush. It's not anything to do with the brushes I have. They are all great brushes. The BK Beauty Angled Foundation Brush is one of my favorites and I love it. But like I said, my skin has just been really difficult lately, very reactionary. I think it's been very humid, very hot here. And it's like sensitive, very sensitive. So have my eyelids. So I've just been using the sponge. So as you can see or hopefully you can see, sorry, I've got like junk over here. I think you can see it. It really looks beautiful when you first put it on, or at least I think it looks really nice. I mean, I tried this on yesterday, day before? I think it was yesterday, I can't even remember. And I was like, oh, this is my new foundation. Like, I love it. Absolutely. It smoothed out my skin. It's dewy. It looks gorgeous. Love it, right? Good coverage. And like I said, I didn't even use a lot. If you go back in, I'll go back in and just put a little bit on some trouble areas. Not a lot, just, you know, teeny bit. Kind of blend that in. You can build it up a little. You don't have to worry about it looking like too heavy. I was like, oh, worth the $88. So glad that I bought it. So glad that Tom Ford is coming out with all these great foundations. I'm bringing it down my neck a little bit because, like I said, the shade is a little off. It's not bad when I first put it on. So it looks really pretty and it looks really nice. And then about an hour into it, not even that long, actually. It's not even an hour. It starts to, as I fix my hair, guys, it starts to oxidize in an odd way. So first what it does is, you see all this like glow. Now that's all my skin products. And again, I haven't done a skin video for you, a skincare video for you, but I use very moisturizing products, including La Mer lotion on my skin to make sure that my skin is very hydrated because I have dry skin. The glow could also be from my Peloton class earlier today, which kicked my butt. It does tend to leave my face a little bit more glowy and flushed, which is a good thing. But anyway, so any glow you see, any depth to my skin is my skin. Because this foundation looked to me like, oh, it's nice. You know, it's a soft matte, but it's definitely diffused. It looks really pretty. And I was really excited about it. And then, like I said, half an hour or an hour in, it oxidized to a darker shade. And you'll see the picture above where you can see the line of demarcation between my neck and my face. And if you're looking in this mirror, you can't really see one. And that's because there really isn't one. I mean, I'm looking in the mirror just in front of me, and I can tell you it's the same shade right now. And it was the same shade for like a half an hour to an hour. But then it oxidized and went yellower. Which, you know, okay, that happens. All right, you know, not the worst thing. I mean, I would not necessarily recommend a product like that, but I'd be like, okay, well, you know, things oxidize, sometimes they change color on you. This didn't just change color on me, it went weird. So if you can see in the picture, there's like spots, like patches of oxidation. Like there's like parts where it looks like it's my skin, and then there's other parts that look like I have patchy something on my skin. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna wear it again all day today and see if it does the same thing. But I don't know why it would do it one day and not do it. I mean, like for a full day. I did it half a day and it did it anyway. But anyway, so I couldn't tell you why. That's the thing. It looks great for like an hour. I mean, I really liked it. And like I'm looking at it right now in the mirror, and I think it looks really nice. Like it looks really pretty. I might even film another video with it on, put other makeup on, because for an hour or so, it's great. What happens in addition to the weird patchy thing was that it got really dry. Like on me anyway. It started to like cake up around my nose. It caked up around my lips. It got like sunk into all my pores. It did not look pretty. And that was about 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours, 3 hours. So I'm gonna do the same thing again today. We'll see what happens. I did not put powder over it. I'm not gonna put powder over it today. It's a soft matte, so because my skin is so dry, I don't feel the need to do that, or I shouldn't feel the need to do that. And like I said, if it stayed the way it looks right now, I would be thrilled. I would sing this from the rooftops and tell everybody to buy it. But I just don't think that's the case. Because when I did it, it's like, A, it does this weird patchy thing, and B, it dried down badly. The other thing I would say, and again, there's a picture above, I wore a mask. I had to go into CVS, and I was in there 15 minutes, not a lot of time, and it transferred to the mask pretty easily. So it's not transfer resistant. It does a weird patchy thing, and it oxidized, and it didn't look good. It like dried down and caked up. So I will say, if it does it again today, I am seriously considering sending it back. I have never returned anything to Sephora. I had something break and I had to replace it because they literally arrived broken in a million pieces. But I've never just returned something, a makeup item, ever. Seriously, not to Sephora. But for $88, if this does what it did yesterday, there would be absolute, I mean, it wouldn't be something whereas like, well, I just don't like the texture or I just don't like the finish. It would literally be, this is a terrible product. I can't recommend it for anyone. So, yeah. So guys, I did want to come back just really quickly. I did put on some makeup. I've got the Artist Couture nudes on my eyes, Lash Paradise mascara, Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, a little bit of blush, Dior blush, a little bit of contour. It still looks really nice. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour. This is what happened last time. It looked great for like the first hour and I loved it. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. I'll come back, you know, we'll see. But for the moment, like I said, it still looks nice. On camera, it looks really good. But the oxidation and the weird patchiness, I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna happen again. All right, so it's been about 3.5, 4 hours, and you can see by the pictures above, which I took outside, that for some reason today it didn't oxidize. It didn't do the weird patchy thing. It didn't darken. It looks, you can see by the pictures, it looks really good in regards to coloration and smoothness. It's fine. The difference is I didn't leave the house. I stepped outside to take the pictures so you could see it in natural light, but it's different than the pictures that I showed you earlier when I was actually out and about and doing things. So the only thing, and you can see it on my skin right now, the only thing that I can say, the difference is I didn't go outside. So the only thing I can conclude at this point is that the foundation wears just fine if you don't go outside. Which doesn't really make any sense to me, but that's what I've experienced. When I wore it outside, it oxidized. You could see the difference in the skin color and my face. It got patchy and weird. And then today I went outside. Match is great. It's not, and I'll bring you in close so you can see in detail. It's not oxidizing and it's not doing the patchy thing. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I still wouldn't recommend it because if you can't go outside with it for any length of time, I'm not sure why you'd wear it. I mean, I guess if you were wearing it all day inside for your Zoom video, I don't know. Maybe you want foundation for your Zoom meetings. I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking nice and not going outside. I don't, you know, I can't tell you why it's doing that. But the experience that I've had is that I wore it out, it transferred on the mask, it oxidized, it got patchy, and then today when I wore it inside, didn't go out, didn't oxidize, didn't get patchy, looks fine. What I will say though is that it's still caking up and it's still settling into fine lines. That was pretty much regardless, so it's just, I think it's because it's more of a soft matte, and I just don't do well with matte foundations. My skin is just too dry for that. But overall, at a conversational distance, it actually looks really nice. You can't see the cakiness and the fine lines unless you're up close in a mirror. You know, just talking one-on-one with someone, they're not gonna see it. I can only see it when I look in my 10x mirror. So let me bring you in close so you can see what I'm talking about with the cakiness and stuff. Okay, so if you can see around here, around the fine lines around my mouth, you can see right in here. It accentuates those lines a little more. It's a little cakey through here, but other than that, it actually looks nice. It's the weirdest thing. It is an absolute, I mean, you heard what I said earlier about I was like, this is the worst foundation, I'm gonna return it, to this actually looks nice. The only thing I can say now, guys, is that it looks to me as if you're wearing this inside and you have normal skin, it's gonna look really good. If you have dry skin, you're gonna get a little bit of cakiness and a little bit of fine lines, but not bad, not severe. Actually, you know, for the most part, it looks really nice. At a conversational distance, you can't see those things. So it actually looks nice. It didn't go super matte on me. You can see it's, you know, it's got like a nice skin-like kind of finish. There's a little bit of glow. I don't have highlighter on at all. So it actually looks nice. If I wear it outside though, it changes color and it gets patchy. I don't know how to explain it. So I'll keep playing around with it. What I would say right now though is I can't recommend it because I don't know if it's a change in I did something differently today. I mean, I use the same skincare. I always do the same routine, so that's not it. I don't know if it's just because I'm inside the entire time and it's cool and the air conditioning's on, and outside it was hot. I honestly, it was 90 some odd degrees today, so maybe that's it. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it can't handle any type of heat. I wish I had an answer for you. So I'd say right now, my review is confused more than anything else. If you were to ask me today and I hadn't done those other days, I would have said, yeah, it's a really nice foundation. You should go out and get it. This is why I always do multiple days, multiple like wear tests, like inside, outside, you know, running around, not running around, because it's not usually this drastic of a difference, but it does, you know, change the outcome of what you think of the product. So again, sorry I don't have a, you know, a comprehensive answer for you, but that's where we are right now. So I will put, you know, I will put a pinned comment down below if anything changes or any updates, and then I'll just keep trying it and seeing how it works, and you know, do an updated review in a couple weeks, and we'll see how it goes. Also, I try not to watch reviews of a product before I do it, but after I wore it and after today, I was so lost that I did watch Michelle Wong's and Risa Does Makeup's review. And they had the experience that I had yesterday and the day before with the patchiness and the oxidization. So I'll link those below. So I think that's interesting. So it wasn't just me. I'll be interested to see if anyone else has an experience like I had today where it didn't do that. But you know, maybe it just hasn't been long enough. Again, guys, I really don't know what to say on this one. This is a unique review for me. I've never had a review where I couldn't tell you whether or not I really liked it. So today I would have given it a B. Yesterday I would have given it an F. So that's where we are. So stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're so inclined. I appreciate it. I'll see you in another video really soon. Bye-bye.